Welcome to uh, a tech series from Tenalytics, and tonight is actually
Good
going to be
evening.
good evening. Good evening. I can hear everybody loud and clear. Fantastic. Welcome. Okay, welcome once again to everybody to Tenalytics, a tech series where we get to give you a lot of packed information that you literally not be able to get anywhere. Here is where we get to say we spill the beans, okay? And if you're just joining a session like this for the very first time, like this is your first time ever joining a session like this, I want you to drop in the chat box. I want you to drop a one in the chat box. So I know the people that I'm coming here for the first time. Dr. Michael said one. Fantastic. Good to have you here, Dr. Michael. So who are the newbies that are here for the very first time? All right. Nana Abba said one. Blessing Dayaya said one. We have a lot of ones in the building. If you are joining for the second time or you've been to any of our series before, I want you to drop your favorite emoji in the chat box. Just any of your favorite emoji. Melody, welcome. Taya Kiola, welcome. Miracle, welcome. Oma is fantastic. Good to have you back. Okay. I believe sessions like this, they are very resourceful to give you world information and knowing exactly what to do. That's why we're here. Okay. So I see Adishawa is also not a newbie, right? So welcome once again. So what I want us to do before we proceed is I want us to all drop the sector you're working in. Let's say, for example, my name is Prince Adiakoni or Muidin Adiakoni, and I work in quite a lot of sector. Let's say I work in the logistics. Okay, all right, fantastic. Desiree said human resources. Laurel said teacher. Laurel said healthcare. Miracle is teaching. All right. Nana said public sector. Bukola is also a nurse in the healthcare. We have a lot of healthcare people in the house. Fantastic. So I want you to drop more of your sector, your industry you're working in. Fantastic. And I'm doing this I'm asking all these questions for a reason. Kelvin is in security. Fantastic. Dr. Michael is a business collaborator. Desiree is a HR professional in the healthcare sector. We have Famuyiwa Oluwasegun, who is a student. We have Blessing Health. I have a lot of, I think 90% of people that are on the call tonight, they are wonderful people in the healthcare sector and fantastic. Good to have you here. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is while we proceed with what we're doing tonight, my colleagues, they will be dropping a form. For those of you joining the session for the very first time, you will have my colleague drop from a form in the chat. What you need to do or what you should do with that is you want to go ahead and complete that form so that by the time we are done with this particular session, you will get access to the slide we'll use tonight, all the information we'll be sharing tonight, you'll be able to get access to them. Then also, you get access to the recorded video. You'll be able to, all the resources I'll be sharing tonight, you get access to go through them and use them to your own advantage. Okay. So once again, welcome to tonight's session. And trust me, I have a whole lot of healthcare people in the healthcare space. We'll have a whole lot of them in the house tonight. And I'll be showing you the golden nuggets, right? So once again, my name is Muidin Adiakuni, but I'm still going to do a proper introduction. This is just on the surface. Okay. Now, welcome to Tenalytics. And when we are talking about Tenalytics, who exactly or what exactly do we do? Who exactly is Tenalytics? Now, Tenalytics is actually a leading edtech company. We've been at this for a very long time. This month makes it 5 years that we've actually been at this. And we specialized in helping people build talent across the world, helping people build talent, people that have zero technical knowledge, zero background in tech, everyday people like you, Yusuf, everyday people like you, like Uluwatoyin, everyday people like you, like Samson. We're helping people that have zero background in tech. I have a lot of people in health tech, health sector. We have a lot of people in the health sector. People like that having them transition into tech while still in the tech space. All these things, these are the things you get to do, and we do this from different perspectives. We have people that go through the data analytics program, the business analysis program, the data engineering, the data science, the financial analytics. We have HR professional in the house. Also, we look at the project management, the cybersecurity, and very soon to come, the AI engineering. So these are the programs that we have people go through and helping them transition, landing their first job in tech. And when you're looking at transitioning, the people that will be impacting knowledge onto you, these are world-class professionals that they worked in top companies, talking about the Amazon, Microsoft, Meta, top companies. They be able to work in these industries, and they are bringing their wealth of experience into your classes and investing them into you, learning exactly how to be a professional. I'm talking to you today. My name is Muidin Adi Akoni. I have wealth of experience in data analysis, business improvement analyst, business intelligence, and over the years, it's been for some time now, I've been able to help organizations streamline their business operations to align with their goals and their strategic goals. And majorly, I've also been able to help over 500 people, students, individuals that have zero background in tech, helping them to land their high-paying first draw in tech. These are people that are everyday people like myself and you without having any sort of technical background. I have experience in the healthcare sector. I've worked in the finance. I have experience in logistics. I have experience in FMCG, and I also have experience in the healthcare sector. Right. So tonight, this is me, and I'll be the one telling you about all the golden nuggets, all the juicy information, and the things you need to take care of to be able to have you transition. And looking at what the session is about tonight, right? I'll also be showing you how exactly you can leverage the information we're getting in this session tonight, how to leverage this information to choose a career path that will be of benefit to you in the healthcare space, and also be able to identify roles that a lot of organizations in the healthcare space they're looking to hire for. They're looking to hire for these roles, and how and where you can actually apply to these roles. What are the things you need? What are the resources you need? What are the things you need to know to apply to all these roles? Do you have enough to be able to apply to them? These are the things that we'll be talking about in the session tonight. But before we go ahead, right? Before we go ahead, I believe we have a lot of people in this out that will be like, oh, so I don't even know if I have enough experience. I'm not sure if I'll be able to. I've been hearing tech, 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 tech. When I hear tech, all I see is, all I think about is calculations. When I hear tech, all I think about is coding. Do I even think I can fit into this space? Is this something I believe I can do? Trust me, I won't be the one telling you if you can do it or not. Rather, I rather want to show you somebody that have been in that position before, able to go through a very planned way of learning and be able to help themselves transition. And the person I'm talking about is actually Ikmat. This particular lady you can see on my screen, she went through the business analysis program. And so don't even let me say so much about this. Rather, I want to play a video and have you exactly watch what she has to say. Okay, so when you watch what she has to say, then you'll have a better understanding of what I'm talking about. So let me just share my entire screen in this regard. So you be able to get. Now remember, my colleague, those of you joining the session, and even if you're joining the session for the second time, remember to complete the form so that you'll be able to get this slide and also the recorded video. And this particular session, this particular video I'm about to play, you can go ahead and play them at your own time and actually listen to the short version of our interview and also the long version. Okay, so I'm going to play Ikma's video so you can watch and actually listen to what she has to say. Okay, let me make sure that you can hear me. Can you drop a 1 in the chat box if you can hear what she's saying so that I will know that you can hear me once the video starts playing, okay?
Hi everyone, my name is Ikmat, and I was with the
Sorry, can you drop a one in the chat if you can hear what she's saying? So that's fantastic. All right.
match cohort in Analytics, and
Thank
joining
you.
Analytics has been the best decision so far. For me, someone coming from a background of full housewife, because I had to stay back home to look after my child for 4 years, and then wanting to break into something new, wanting to go back into the workforce, wanting to place myself in the society for better job opportunities. So it was a lot. And then I'm glad that Analytics came along, and then they presented me with so many opportunities right in front of me, better opportunities. And then I'm glad I took it. And then also the advice of do not sell yourself short, that Effie is always saying, it is very, very valid, because place yourself right, don't sell yourself short. It's a very, very, very valid advice. In Analytics, they will hold your hands like a child, through the modules. You have the opportunity to go back and study. You have the opportunity to go back and practice. You have the opportunity to ask questions. You have people you can always go back to, even outside of class hours. It's the most amazing experience so far, really. And then another thing is the interview prep, guys. That is another very important thing. I did my interview prep with Mr. Mohammed, and it is the best decision ever, because it was like he saw into the future. He knew what was going to be asked, and I'm glad that I wrote down all the things he mentioned. I went back to practice, and then when it was time for the interview, it was like everything he mentioned, it was just they kept on. And then when I was answering those questions, I was so confident, because I already practiced. I did an Excel test, I did a math test, and then they were really impressed. And another thing is, guys, it may not come as fast as you expect. Definitely you are going to get some no's, and then you may begin to think you're not good enough. You are good enough, yes. The no's will come, but always take it as a basis for learning and development, because after every interview where I got a no, I always make sure I get a personal feedback. So I work on those feedbacks for my next interviews. And yes, it worked. It really worked for me, because I got my first job 3 months into the program, my first job. But I couldn't take up the job because I was a student, and I was only eligible to work 20 hours. So I couldn't take up the job. 3 months later, I got 2 jobs with full visa sponsorship. And guys, all the other no's before the 2 jobs prepared me for the yeses I got. So yes, the no's will come, but do not give up, because you always have Analytics to go back to. They are the best, and the best thing that ever happened to me. And then yes, and they are the most affordable. The most affordable one I've come across so far. And that's a very good advantage. So yes, Analytics for the win.
All right. So that is a message directly from Ikmat. This is one of the students that went through the business analysis program. Now, my takeaway from this is a full-time stay-at-home mom that does not have any experience at all in the tech space went through the training. 3 months into the program, she was able to get a job, but she was still a student. She couldn't do a full-time job. In 3 months after that time, she was able to land 2 other jobs that came with sponsorship. And guess what? One of them is which she went for, and that particular job was for information analyst role with NHS. This is somebody that does not have any experience at all in the tech space. She was able to go through the business analysis program and got herself a job in the health space that came with sponsorship. Now ask yourself, are you that person? Do you even have experience at all? If somebody that does not have any sort of experience, if somebody that was a full-time stay-at-home mom could do this, is it impossible for me to do? Now even make that answer simple. So the thing that we went ahead to do to be able to answer this question and even give a better understanding is we went ahead to look at all the major job boards to identify what are the roles that organizations in the health space are really looking to hire for? What roles in the health sector are people that are hiring? What roles are they really looking to hire for? We did our analysis and we backed our analysis with the future of job reports, which is going to show us the jobs that are going to increase in demand and jobs that are going to decline in demand. This I will still show you. All right. And we look at all the major economy, UK, US, and Canada. We put all this into consideration. And our result actually came with 8 different career paths that people can transition into and that have high demand. But tonight, we are talking about just 5, which you can see on my screen. We're talking about the business analysis, the data analyst, the data scientist, the agile project manager, and the data engineer. We have 3 others, but tonight we are talking about these 5. And how can people that have zero background in tech, people that have experience already in health, how can they transition into this role? And the answer is quite simple. Now, this particular slide, remember, once you have the form filled, you will be getting this particular page. So you'll be able to go directly on this site and apply to different jobs. The jobs you'll be applying to, I will also show you. Like I said, tonight we are dropping the nugget. So if you can't take notes, you don't have to worry. Don't even bother yourself taking notes. Just make sure you complete the form so that my colleague will be able to send this particular slide, send it to you. This session is also recorded. They will have that sent to you. All right. So make sure you complete the form so that you'll be able to come on this page, click on this click to apply. And the jobs I'll be showing you tonight, you'll be able to apply to these jobs, search for these jobs and apply to them on these job boards. But before we move ahead, before I start showing you the jobs you can apply to, the sector you can go into, I want us to do a quick exercise. So you have my colleague in the chat box. They will drop this particular link for this quiz or for this questionnaire. They will have that drop into your chat box. So what I want you to do is I want you to actually click on that link, right? So once you click on it, it could take you to this particular page, in particular like 3 minutes quiz. And the purpose of this quiz is, so before I saw a medical doctor in the chat, I saw somebody said they are in a lot of people are in security, a lot of people are in the health space. What career paths can you actually get into? What are the things that it is personal to you? Are you the type of person that loves to speak? Are you the person that loves coding? Are you the person that is good with managing people? Are you the person that is good with numbers, or you don't want to have anything to do with numbers? This is the purpose of this quiz. And I'll also be taking the quiz with you though. And by the time we are done with the quiz, we'll come back here. I will share my screen so you'll also be able to see how I'm doing it. We'll come back here and you will tell me the career path that this particular quiz has been able to understand from your answers and tell you, oh, so this career path is the best option for you. So once you click on that link, that my colleague have dropped in the chat box, click on that and it will take you to this page that is showing on my screen. So once you come to this page, you just want to click on start now, okay? So make sure you click on that particular link shared by my colleague. There's no link yet. Okay, so let me drop the link myself. Okay, I just dropped that link. Don't worry, I have you covered. If they don't share, I've shared it. So just click on that link I just dropped in the chat. Okay, fantastic. So everybody wants to click on that link. This is where you're so welcome. Once you click on that link, it's real fantastic. My colleagues are sharing. So they are here for you 100%. So if you click on that link, just come to get started. Okay. So it's telling me it's take care, it's looking at what are the things I would like to get into. I have experience in healthcare, but nothing like tech. How do I get into tech? Okay, so let's go. So I will have my name. My name is Muiden. Last name is Adiakoni. The mobile number is 639. My email is clarity. So you can do this just the same way I'm doing it. So we can take the quiz and we see what the the AI is going to tell us. Okay, so how do you feel in a group? Don't let me read this out so I don't distract what every other person is doing. I'll do mine, do yours, and by the time we are done, we'll come back to the chat box and we'll tell what the result is. Okay. Most essential. I'm currently unemployed, but let me say I'm in the healthcare space. So this sound most likely like you. Solving problems as in teams. Comfortable you with tools like Excel, Google Sheets, numbers in general. I'm not somebody that's good with numbers. I like it. I'm somewhat comfortable. Yes, I'm somewhat comfortable. What's your take on coding? This is for my people that they don't want to have anything to do with coding. So I'm in that bus with you. I rather manage a tech team. So I rather manage a tech team, not code, because I don't want to code. I don't know about you. What kind of work environment do you prefer? Strategic decision making, helping others improvement and all. Technical data focus, security functions, helping people improve. What's most important to you right now? Job security in the long run and in high paying tech. I don't know. I think I'm for the money. I think I want to make the money. I don't know if you can hear me. Oh, I have option more than one. Flexibility, yes. I want the high long run, yes. What kind of impact do you want to make? Driving insight and building scalable systems. So this was somewhat appealing to you. I don't know. I don't know which one sounds appealing. I'm confused. Okay, so my my result says HR analyst. Do you have the results? Do you have people that have the results? If you have the results, I want you to come into the chat box and drop your result for me. All right. All right. Sidibe's result is a financial analyst. Fantastic. What more result do we have? I want to see the result. I want to see the result coming. Bando is a data analyst. Fantastic. Fantastic. What more result? Do you have more results? Do you have more results? Samson is data science. My guy, that's interesting. Deborah is Deborah says HR analyst with a face like, what is HR looking for? Trust me, we are still on that same bus. Shegun is the analyst. Pearl is BA, that's a business analyst. Sunday is a data analyst. Fantastic, fantastic. Keep the response coming. Keep the response coming. And you want to know the interesting thing? You see, based on all these things that you've been able to answer, these are the exact things you need to be able to transition into any of these roles. Right? So you don't need to say you went to a medical school or whatever to get into a role as a data analyst in the health space, in the healthcare space. I can see we have lots of data analysts, a whole lot of them. With what I'm seeing on my chart, I think we have about 70% of people are going with the data analyst career path. And trust me, even though you've been in this space, the healthcare space for a long time, you can 100% transition into data analyst or business analyst. And if you ask me, how exactly do you do that? It is pretty simple. It is pretty simple. And the reason why it's pretty simple is because we have a system that works. I can see business analysts too are starting to take up the number. Adeshawa is a business analyst. Nana is still a data analyst. I'm you is a business analyst. Salakbi is a business analyst. That's fun. We see like a whole big number of data analysts and business analysts. And trust me, what exactly do you need to do to be able to have yourself transition into these roles that we are talking about? And it's pretty simple. The first thing you want to do is you want to learn. You want to what? you want to learn. You want to learn in-demand skills. These skills that you're talking about, business analyst, data analyst, HR analyst, data science, what exactly do you need to do to be able to see yourself transition into this role? And the thing you only need to do is learn. Now, after learning, the next most important thing you want to do is you want to take that thing you've learned and you want to package it. You want to what? You want to package it. And what does packaging mean? That means I have a lot of people I can see. I think Dr. Michael, you're a medical doctor. So how exactly do business analysis have to do with being a medical doctor? How do you match both of them together? And it's been so shocking that I have somebody that have actually gone through the program. I think I have the person here, gone through the program as a medical doctor. When we get there, you will see it. All right. So how do you merge these together as a professional? That is where you have your CV revamp. So with analytics, we have an in-house professional that will look at your CV, they revamp it, bring out skills of relevance into whatever career path that you're doing now. Because trust me, there is data in everything you do in any career path. There is data there, right? So that professional will bring out those skills of relevance and tailor it to what you are now, currently, either as a business analyst or as a data analyst or as a data science, as an HR professional. You bring these skills out into who you are now. Then what you want to do next is you want to have your LinkedIn optimized because LinkedIn currently is the platform that publicizes you to people that you don't even know that they exist in real life. The way it's publicizing your profile to people that you don't know they exist in real life is the same way it's taking down your same profile to hiring managers, people that are looking for professionals just like yourself. And this is going to scale your opportunity to get into that role. That's the second step in packaging yourself. Then you want to have a portfolio because your portfolio is a proof of skill. Your portfolio is a proof of experience. Your portfolio is a proof that Dr. Michael can get this done. Samson has done this before. Yusuf has done this before. It is your portfolio that will actually showcase this. And I'll actually be showing you all these things here tonight. Like I said, tonight is a night of dropping information, right? Then you also have mentorship because majority, 90% of people on the call right now, you have experience in the healthcare space. How do you now say you want to take the knowledge you have in healthcare space? How do you take this into transition into tech and be able to excel in tech? Without having a mentor's guidance, that is going to be pretty difficult. So with analytics, you have that personalized mentor's guidance that will be able to help you transition better when you're having challenges. This professional has been through this. Imagine having somebody like Hikmat, a full-time stay-at-home mom, guide you on exactly what you need to do. Imagine having a medical doctor that have actually been through these parts, guiding you on what you should do and when to do it. These are people that have actually been through what you are now, and they've been able to transition into tech. Then definitely you heard Ikmak say it, you have interview preparation every time before you get into any interview. So if you have interview preparations like 10 interview preparations in a month or in a week, you get prepared for any of these interviews. So I see that Audion just dropped a question in the chat box. So what I would advise us to do is you can note your questions or you can drop it so you don't miss it. But once I'm done with the session, I'll answer all questions. And I'll also give you the opportunity to speak and ask any question you have. But that means you need to wait to the end of the session, all right? So make sure you pay attention and I'll be telling you a lot of things. Some questions I won't get to answer before the end of the session. Then when you get the job, back to my slide, when you get the job, you have opportunity to get reference letter from Analytics and also what we call on-the-job support, like they said, on-the-job support. You're on the job, you need support, you have ability to reach out to us. We have a professional come on board with you and solve and help you through that particular process. This is how you package yourself. Then number three is you want to apply. There is no brainer that you literally not be able to get anything if you learn everything you've learned. You've been able to package yourself, but you refuse to apply. It is going to be pretty difficult to see you transition, because you and I both know that the job you are on presently right now, you applied to it. So for you to be able to actually transition, you also need to apply. But you're applying now is different from the way you just do when we go on job boards and we see easy apply. You know those ones that will have your CV uploaded to your profile, and you just click on like easy apply, I've applied, I've applied. No, we are not doing that. You will learn the strategic way of actually applying to jobs. It's not by volume now, it's by the quality. And these quality jobs or quality applications normally do get, these are the types of job you will learn how to apply to. You will learn how to tailor your CV to every job you're applying to. And you aim for at least 10 quality applications per day. This is the way that it has worked for many years. That I've had people like Ikmat that have zero experience in tech, that used to be a stay-at-home mom, got a job 3 months into her training. And 3 months after, when she was done with her training and have opportunity to work full-time, she was able to get two different offers, both of them coming with COS for those in UK, right? This is exactly the method. And when you're looking at, so you've been able to see, oh, so I'm going into data analysis, business analysis. What is that guarantee that I have that me transitioning into this role, what is that guarantee that I will actually be able to get a job? This is a report from the World Economic Forum, which I mentioned briefly earlier. And this report was actually released January, February 2025. And this particular report is telling us that career paths that you can see on the right side of my screen, these career paths are gradually declining. While career paths you can see on the left side of my screen, these are career paths that are gradually increasing in demand. And this is between 2025 to 2030. So if you're looking at what this particular report says, you will see that you have data engineers, you have data engineers, you have data analysts, data scientists, you have HR, you have business analysts, then you also have the data analyst also, you have the data engineers, you have the agile project manager. I think somewhere you have the HR analyst also. So, like I said, this particular report, you can get access to it once you get the slide. So you'll be able to go through everything step by step to help you say, oh, so I went through the quiz and I'm paused between the business analysis or the data science. Which of them should I look into? Which of them is having that much demand? And which of them should I get into? This report will be of value to you in that case. So we've all seen that, yes, we are going for business analysis, data analyst, but is that where it ends? We've seen that, oh, we went through the quiz. A lot of people are in the healthcare space, but they are saying data analyst. So if I want to apply to jobs now, would I just go on job board and say data analyst, PAM, apply, search and apply? Is that what I would do? The answer to that is no. And I'll tell you for a fact that, for example, being data analyst, you have a lot of roles that you can leverage with your experience in the care space, in the healthcare space, and get a job that comes with this particular sector. And when you're looking at the jobs you can apply to, these are some of the title job roles that you can 100% apply to as a data analyst. The fact that you're looking to get a job in the healthcare space. So, for example, I see that we have a lot of. So let me run through the chat and call one person. So I have, let's say, for example, Yusuf Oyedele selected business analyst, right? Now, do you just go on job board and say business analyst, considering the fact that you're in the healthcare space and you're looking to get a job in that space? The answer is no. So you 100%, you can get a job with your experience you'll be learning. So you see the things I've learned, the learning, the packaging, and the application. With that, with your experience in business analysis, with the experience in the healthcare space, you can 100%, like I said, 100% apply to any job you can see here under business analyst. 100%. Even if you don't have experience in the healthcare space, you have that 100% opportunity to apply to these jobs and be able to actually get the job done on the job. Now, I think, let me look for another person, probably not in business. So, for example, Rose. Rose quiz result says data analyst. Whether you have experience in the healthcare space or you don't have, you have opportunity 100% to apply to roles that comes with titles like this and even some more. Now, one of the value you'll be getting from the program is you will also learn how to. So you see, one thing that many people, which I believe most of us on this call are guilty for, is when we want to apply to job, we literally go on job board and say, let's say for example, um, Derek Ofosu, data analyst. You go on job board. What you're going to type is, so let's say, for example, we're using read.co.uk as an example. You go on read.co.uk, you are going to type data analyst search. The max you might probably do is, let's say you put your location, then you search. We are all guilty of this, 100%. I was guilty. I used to be guilty. But when you go through a training, the one like the one Analytics will offer, it will teach you how to search for jobs using the job description. You will not be tied to what job title can I apply to? No, you are not for that. And this is why you see a lot of people, for example, when you saw the job that Ikmat got, she didn't get a job that says business analyst. No, she got a job as information analyst. I think let me be certain of the exact job title that she got. Yes, information analyst. And this is somebody that went through the business analysis program. Imagine she was searching for jobs using business analyst as the title. Probably she would never be able to come across a job like that. So in the training, you will learn exactly how to do all these things, leveraging your skill, leveraging your experience, and the tools you have the ability to learn how to use. These are things you get to learn. And definitely you have ability to transition either as a data engineer, as a project manager, as an HR analyst. You have that ability because you will learn 100% what it takes to actually be able to deliver. And when it comes to when they get to learn how to deliver, anybody looking to hire you, they care about two things. Any interview you must have been to. I'm glad that majority of us here, we are working, except from, I think I have one student. Anywhere you're looking to get interviewed, when they interview you, they want to know what can you do? What have you done? What value are you bringing to our organization? That is what they care about. They don't care about any other thing. They so much care about the experience that you have and the skill that you are bringing into the organization. What problem have you been able to solve? And what problem can you solve within the organization? What problem can you solve? Or what problem have you been able to solve? The answer to that is your portfolio. And what problem are you able to solve? These are some of the things that we get to talk about. And when you're looking at what problems or what skill are you able to have, the way your programs are structured in a project-based learning. And you see the project-based learning, this is what our students have been able to leverage on, work on projects, build their skill, build their experience, take this, apply to job, and been able to have them land a job. And when you're looking at that, for example, this particular gentleman, his name is Mountain, he has an educational background in chemistry. He have experience as an operational manager for a few years. Then what he did is he leveraged that experience, came into data analytics with analytics and learned. He learned, he packaged himself, and then applied. And after application, he was able to land himself a job. This is somebody that was operations, that were working in logistics, operations manager. He was able to land a job as a pathology data analyst. This is somebody that does not have anything to do with health space. It has absolutely nothing. Not to speak of me, you, because I mean that boat with you too, because I have experience in the healthcare space. Majority of everybody on this call have experience in that healthcare space. Now imagine you having experience with this person is able to get a job in this space without the experience. Imagine me and you that now have experience in that sector. Can you imagine the type of opportunity that is much more open to us? And the only thing Mountain did differently was he was able to learn data analytics, he was able to package himself, and he was able to apply it. Application got him a job with NHS, definitely came with full sponsorship, and the role is a pathology data analyst. Same thing with Pavel. Pavel is not even in the UK. Pavel is in the US. He has experience as a teacher in Cameroon before moving to US. He came around, took the data analytics program, and he was able to get a job as a healthcare data analyst, data and reporting analyst in Arizona, US, right? The only thing he did differently too was he learned, he packaged himself, and he was able to have himself apply to job and got a job in the healthcare space. Now, this is something that is very possible because if you see the way your learning is structured, your learning is, like I mentioned, a project-based learning where everything you learn within the program is always working around projects, a scenario, and you working on different projects to learn. And you don't have just a self-paced type of learning. It's a blended approach. And what do I mean by blended approach? You have a self-paced and you have a live instructor led, a class like this, where you have your instructor come into the class, share the screen, and walk you through, teach you on working on a particular project using a specific tool. These are the things you get to learn for the duration of 6 months. I'm still going to elaborate on this. So your learning duration for that 6 months, this is what you get to do. And this is exactly how everybody that have been able to go through the training, this is exactly the leverage that they took advantage of, that have them from having operations experience, landing a job as a pathology data analyst with NHS, having experience as a teacher, landing a job as a healthcare data and reporting analyst in the US. That has somebody that have experience as no experience as a full-time stay-at-home mom, getting a job with full sponsorship as information analyst with NHS. Now, you might be probably looking for how exactly do I build this experience? What exactly are we talking about? Now, I'm going to be showing you some of the portfolios or some of the projects that you'll be working on in class, right? And that is because by the time you are learning for the duration of 6 months, you get to do this working on different projects. Now, all the projects you are working on, this is you building your experience. In the project you'll be working on, you'll be working with multiple problems, multiple projects that is from the healthcare space. And I'll be showing you one of them tonight, where you've been able to see a student work on a healthcare project and be able to show them how they can easily make use of the information, the data available to them. This is the thing you get to do for 6 months. And by the time you are done with this for 6 months, you get 2 months internship. Internship whereby you see during your 6 months, you are busy learning, you are busy making mistakes, you are busy practicing, you are busy having your instructor guide you on how to solve a particular problem. This is what you get to do for 6 months. And by the time you're done with that in 6 months, you get to get into internship where you will have 100% ability to work on real world projects. Now, these real world projects, you have ability to add them to your portfolio. Remember, your portfolio is a proof of skill, a proof of you've done it before, a proof of you can get to do it again. So you will learn how to do this 100% while in the training. You create your portfolio during the 6 months of your learning with analytics. But by the time you're done with your 6 month learning in analytics, you get to now do your 2 month internship with a sister company, Amdari, which is registered. Amdari is registered in the UK, operating out of London, then also registered in Canada. So you have the ability to get a UK work experience and also have ability to get a Canadian work experience 100% from the internship you will be doing with Amdari. Okay, so like I promised, I was going to show you a project that was worked on by one of the students. So remember, you have ability to get this particular slide and go through the project yourself. So this particular analysis, like you can see, deep care hospital ER visit analysis. Then there's a big summary of exactly what the project is about, which is how you'll be able to explain to anybody that that is looking to hire you. This was a project for the hospital emergency room to understand the overall performance and bridge the gap between the emergency room care. From the analysis, it was discovered that there was a delay in the patient's wait time and the arrival time. So these are some of the challenges that you will have a regular healthcare center have. So you've been able to work on a project with a company having same or similar challenges, and you're bringing the solution to them. So if I click on this particular analysis or report, you'll be able to see this particular project was done using Tableau. For some of us that have heard Tableau before, or for some of us that are hearing it for the first time, this is a dashboard that was derived from a bunch of rows and columns. So this particular individual, his name is Victoria Uchemadu, was able to do the analysis and able to clearly show the total number of patients, also able to show the average age, average wait time, then the satisfaction score, the satisfaction rate. Also is able to show you the number of the patients' wait time by their race. It's also able to show you the patients by their age and month. So you have a better understanding of exactly what is going on and how you can double down to use this information to make change. This is a proof of skill. This is a proof of experience. And this is what your 6 months looks like. These are the things you get to do for the duration of 6 months. Now, when you're doing this, you're practicing, you're learning, you're working on projects, and you're busy making mistakes. And you're also busy having your instructor guide you on how to do it better. These are the things you get to do. But when you're done with this for 6 months, you now get to internship for 2 months, where you will now have sufficient skill to do this by yourself. This is now the time where you get to work on more projects in the healthcare space to showcase your experience to anybody looking to hire you in that sector. This is exactly what we are talking about. And this is the exactly things that will have students go through that will have them getting job offers while still in the training. Now, you might be asking me, what are the skills you need? So we've seen data analysis, we've seen business analysis. What are the skills you need to help you get a job? First thing I'll be looking out for is the business analysis program. Now, for the business analyst, what we noticed as a company is any organization looking to hire a business analyst, they need you to have some experience as a data analyst. They need you to have some experience in data analysis. And what that impact, the effect of that is to have you incorporate you learning Excel, Power BI, and SQL, which is going to give you an experience on how to analyze data and do some basic things with data with your Power BI, Excel, and your SQL. Then you learn process mapping, where you get to map out the business process and identify their loopholes and be able to make recommendation on how to make it way more efficient as a business analyst. There's a lot of, for example, this particular wait time analysis that we just saw somebody did on Power BI, on Tableau. That is also something that a business analyst can do using tools like Jira, like Draw.io or Lucidchart. And how do they go about it? When you have an average, when you map out a business process, you'll be able to identify or see the time taken, average wait time, which is taking a lot of time. So as a business analyst, the way you attack that particular project is when you map up a business process, you'll be able to identify what are the things that is happening from when the patient gets into the health center till when they're able to see the GP or we're able to see the doctor. What are the things that happen that was taking them 35 minutes? This is an emergency unit. So why is somebody rushed in for an emergency have to wait 35 minutes before they get to see the GP? That's a lot of time. So as a business analyst, you'll be able to map out the business process and be able to identify things that are irrelevant, things that are time taking, or things that you need to optimize, escalate, and be able to use those opportunities to reduce that 35 minutes average wait time to probably 5 minutes or 7 minutes. These are the things you get to do as a business analyst. And these are things you get to learn working on projects within the training. So you have process mapping, you get to learn how to plan a project from the initial, that's project initiation planning. You learn agile and scrum for projects, which will give you enough skill to be able to plan a project and also be able to manage the team responsible for rating that particular project. Then you also have SDLC, that's software development lifecycle. You have requirement fundamentals, you have elicitation, stakeholder analysis and stakeholder engagement. You have you also learn how to leverage our GPT as a business analyst. Then if you look just above over here, the average salary for a business analyst in UK is 52,500. The average salary for a business analyst in Canada is 75,000. And the average salary for a business analyst in US is around 85,800, right? And these are the different tools you get to learn during the duration of your training. And the way your program are structured, you have your classes on Saturday because considering we have a lot of people that are working, how exactly is it going to be comfortable for you to say you want to start joining a class when you should be making money? So your classes are on Saturday. You have two classes. You have two class options. You have the 11 a.m. to 2 p.m majorly for people in UK, Africa, and Europe. Then you have the 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. UK and West African time. Traditionally, that's going to be morning class for those in North America. That's going to be around 10 a.m. MST, Mountain Standard Time, for those in US and in Canada, right? And this is the structure that all your programs do. So for the data analysis, the business analysis, data science, and so many more, this is the structure which you're learning detail. Then when you have the Agile Project Manager, like you can see, these are professionals that you learn hands-on experience on how to manage a project. So I'm this person that when I took the quiz, I saw Agile Project Manager. What are the things that it entails? These are people that it has almost is what we call a no-code zone in tech because you have absolutely nothing to do with numbers. You're not doing anything with numbers. All you got to do is you manage a team, you manage a project, you manage the deliverables, you manage your product backlog. There are challenges with the deliverables. What are they? How are you able to solve it? These are the things you get to learn. And even somebody that does not have any experience at all in this space can easily go through because if you see the first thing that your key learning area is introduction to project management methodologies and the structure, giving you a better understanding of what exactly it takes to be a project manager. What are the things you get to learn in these routes to be able to manage a project in a world scale level, right? You get also learn real world application. You learn hand-to-hand use of Jira. You get to use Jira to track and manage your project deliverables. You get to use a tool called Trello to manage your team deliverables, to manage your team collaborations, to manage your team input into any sort of projects that are working on. These are the things you get to leverage on to manage everybody within a team. And also remember, the duration is a total of 8 months, 6 months in class, and 2 months internship. Now you have the data engineers, the data gods. Okay. Now remember, if you have questions, just so that if you have questions, drop it in the chat, or you can just write it down. By the time I'm done, which I'm almost done, you have ability to unmute your mic and ask questions. Okay. So you have the data engineers. Data engineers are people that they are responsible for making information, data readily available for use. So, for example, you saw that project that I just showed you, emergency room, wait times. How exactly did they get that information? Your answer is as good as mine. That information, that data was provided by a data engineer. So the responsibility of a data engineer is to make sure that they gather information, they build pipelines for information to pass through to make sure that that information is readily available for you. So when a data analyst or a business analyst or anybody that needs data, for example, that particular project was a data analyst analyzing the average wait time and looking to solve that problem. So a data engineer is the one responsible for making sure that they're able to gather all the information of when the patient got in, when the patient was able to see the GP, when the patient, the race of what, all the information. The data engineer creates a pipeline for this information to pass through and have it stored in the database where somebody like a data analyst or a data scientist will be able to go to and get that information. So you'll be able to see that as important as data engineering is, and as rare, because when I saw that everybody was taking the quiz, I didn't say any data engineer. All I was saying is data analyst, business analyst. Everybody's just picking the software. Nobody wants to code. That's because with data engineering, it is very heavy on coding. So you get to learn how to code. Everything you get to learn how to use Python to build your ETL custom pipelines. You get to learn how to use Python to build your database for your web scraping. You get to also learn how to use SQL to store information in the database. Then you learn Apache Spark and Apache Airflow, which is automation of data retrieval process so that when a data analyst or somebody that wants to work with data, when they need it, they're able to easily know how to retrieve it without you physically available to hand the data to them. So these are the things you get to learn. Then when you're looking at the data scientist, then, so I don't skip it, then the average salary for the data engineer in UK is £65,800 annually, and in Canada, the average income is about 102 Canadian dollars, and in US is about 135,000 US dollars. Then for the data scientists, these are people that they work with data to be able to predict and forecast the future. That's what they do. So for a data scientist that is handling that emergency room data, I'm going to use that as an example so that all of us will be able to relate with it when we are probably watching the video or getting access to the slide. So you see that particular emergency wait time. What a data scientist will be using that particular information for is you will take that information, load it into a machine model, and be able to help predict scenarios of what is going to happen in the future if they were able to implement some things. So if you implement this, if you implement that, if you implement this, what is the result that will happen in, let's say, in the next 1 month or two, or let's say in the next 1 year? This is what a data scientist is all about, where they will learn how to use data to be able to predict what is going to happen in the future. And in the data space, we call that the predictive analysis. That's what a data scientist gets to do. And to learn this, some of the key things you get to learn, or you should be comfortable to learn, is statistics. Back in school, while we are studying, while we're still in school, some of us were very good in statistics, while some of us are like, no, I'm not doing anything in statistics. I don't want to have anything to do with you. I'm not your friend. No. So some of us were like, oh, so I want to be a data scientist, and yet I have to go back to learn statistics. So the statistics you're learning is not as deep as what we learned back in school. It's basic inferential statistics, your mean, median, modes type of statistics. That is what you'll be learning. So you know exactly where and how to apply during your analysis. Then you have then you will learn forecasting and predictive analysis using Microsoft Excel, right? You're going to learn that. Then you also learn you learn Tableau, Salesforce Tableau, which is what was used for that particular dashboard and ER analysis that I just showed you. So you learn how to use Tableau for that. Then you get to learn also get to learn SQL to be able to interact with the database and analyze the information in the database. Then you learn Python programming. You literally use Python programming for majority of every other thing you get to do as a data scientist. You get to use Python programming for your exploratory data analysis. You use your Python programming language for machine learning. You use Python for computer vision. A very good example of computer vision is this particular camera that's looking at me. So you wouldn't really know if whatever that is happening in my background. You wouldn't know if I'm in a beach, if I'm in my house, if I'm in the office. You wouldn't really know because this particular camera has been equipped with computer vision. And that is because it's been programmed that once I activate a background, ignore everything you can see behind me and focus on the human-like figure, right? This is something that a lot of organizations are starting to get into. So you be ahead of everybody and you learn computer vision. Then you also learn GitHub version control. You learn GitHub Copilot for coding. Then you also learn Microsoft Fabric for analytics, which is something very new that Microsoft released last year, October. Then the last we have for now is the data analyst, which is something that a whole lot of people are really looking to get into. So for the data analyst, these are people that they are they are they are go-to people for almost every organization. There's almost no business that is existing today. Probably a business that's even as fresh as 3 months old needs a data analyst. That is how important data analyst is within the organization, within the economy, within the world. Because whatever you're doing, you are churning out data. If you are in retail, you're churning out data. If you're in a service industry, you're churning out data. If you're in the healthcare space, you're churning out data. There's almost nothing you're doing that you're not churning out data. This particular meeting we are in, we are churning out data because Zoom is gathering data and is understanding how people are having easy use of their tools to be able to make it better. Every organization is churning out data. Now, this data that they are churning out, it is the sole responsibility of a data analyst to analyze in such a way that no other professional have that knowledge or tenacity to go as deep as a data analyst would, analyze data to be able to identify trends that it won't be so common to a normal eye, and use those trends to be able to make recommendations for an organization. So remember that particular dashboard that we saw is showing that the average wait time by race has the white race has a lot number. I think the Asian has the least. Meaning in that particular environment, they want to look at what is going on. Is there a balance? Then if you look at the gender is almost 50-50%, meaning that particular aspect is good. But what particular aspect is not good that we need to work on for more efficiency? Everybody's in business. Everybody wants to make money. Everybody wants their customers to come and probably bring in another customer. How do you do this? By having a data analyst analyze what is going on within your organization and tell you exactly how best you can make it better. That is who you will become after taking the data analytics program. Now, if this is something that you want to now be in the health space, this now gets you working around health projects that is going to much more buttress on you having experience in that space. If I share my experience about the first project that I handled in the healthcare space, it was amazing. But I'm not going to do that. Probably maybe when we see in camera or when we see within the training, you hear me tell the story. Okay. Now you see everything that I've talked about, everything I've mentioned. This is just 50% of what we tend to offer you. The other 50% is what we call the employability, which I've mentioned a little bit about. or furthermore buttress about them. Now, the first thing you have is by the time you're going through your training, you also have the employability. Now, the employability is what you leverage on to get you the job. When you're looking at that, you have the CV revamp, people I mentioned, whereby you have a professional vamp your CV for you and give you the opportunity to learn how to tailor your CV to apply to quality jobs, not quantity, quality jobs. Then the second one is optimizing your LinkedIn to make sure that you're able to key into those markets, key into those jobs that you have no knowledge about their existence. Then you have navigating the job market, where you will learn how to search for jobs without even depending on their job title. Then even in navigating the job market, we have some premium job boards in UK, in US, in Canada, premium job boards that we subscribe to. We go onto these job boards, we bring all the jobs that they paste. We do this, we have this report for you every Monday. We bring this report, bring this job into your classes. You have ability to go onto these jobs that we bring to your classes, apply to them without any sort of you paying anybody anything, because these are premium jobs that we've paid for and we'll have them come into your classes. And these are jobs that you will never see on job boards like Indeed or Glassdoor. Never. You will never see them there, meaning you have quality jobs to apply to. And some of these jobs, you will see them come with sponsorship. You see some of them come with HB1, 100%. So these are jobs that we bring to you 100%. Then when we bring you all these jobs, the least we expect is for you to have interview, to get called for an interview. So you always have opportunity to book for an interview prep where you have a professional come into a one-on-one session with you and help you prepare you for the role you're looking to go to and get you up to speed. Just like Muhammad was able to prepare Ikmat. You could hear what she was saying, that it's like Muhammad knew everything that they were going to ask her. And that is because these are professionals in this field. They know what is going on, they know what is happening, and they will prepare you ahead of any interview you're looking to get into, way before you get into them, giving you a better opportunity to actually scale that interview. Now, again, now when you get the job, the least you can do is get reference letter, because when you get a job, you always have company reach out and say they want to confirm what you're looking for, your UK experience, your Canadian experience. Remember, you have opportunity to get reference letter from both Amdari and Tenalytics, which is going to cover for your UK experience or your Canadian experience. Then you have on the job support. On the job support, you're on the job, you need some help. You always have opportunity to reach out to us and have a professional help you, guide you through the process. Then the weekly mentorship, which happens every Thursday, you have access to that even till after your training, right? Then for those looking to get skilled, to be able to offer the services to both individuals and organization, you have the sessions on Upwork that will set you up on, that will teach you on how to set up a profile and be able to offer your services to both individuals and organization at the same time, right? So like I said, I have people that have been able to go through the training and land a job. So I think Dr. Michael, so this particular individual is a doctor, went through the data analytics program and leveraged this to upskill himself. So it's not as if because I'm already in the healthcare space, this is not something that's going to be possible for me. If I go ahead to play this video now, you hear me speak about the training and how it has been an impact to him. Same thing with Evelyn. Evelyn has 15 years of experience in nursing. We went through the data engineering program and it was very, very impactful to having her skill into a much more technical senior role in the healthcare space. Oluwatoyin, she was a pharmacist, or she is a pharmacist. She went through the data analytics program. And if I remember correctly, Oluwatoyin was able to get a job with NHS as a benefit analyst, not as a data analyst, a benefit analyst. And that is because of the things she was able to learn during the training. So whatever experience you have, just like being able to take the quiz and you'll be able to see that you have ability to become a business analyst or a data analyst. That is exactly the same process that everybody you can see on my screen they went through, leverage what they have to be able to get what they need. And trust me, when you get this particular slide, you have opportunity to go through it and even watch the video, listen to it, read it properly. Ramat over here has customer service experience, customer service. She went through the business analysis program and she was able to get a job as a business architect with NHS. If you remember, if you remember, you remember that when I was showing you the roles you can apply to in business analysis, nothing like business architect. That is because there's 1,000 and more roles that you can apply to without even looking at the job title. These are some of the things you get to learn within the program. So, like I said, when you get the slide, you'll be able to look at everything one by one and being able to get a job. This is God. Went through the data engineering program and was able to get a job as a data warehouse and ETL developer with NHS, was able to get that job, and that job also came with sponsorship. These are everyday people, both the ones that have experience in the healthcare and those that don't have experience in the healthcare. Going through the program will give you the advantage to see yourself transitioning and better more positioning yourself. Now, when you're looking at, oh, so everything I've read, what exactly is the next thing? How do I transition? Aside from the fact that I've learned also, I saw that data analytics is good for me, or I saw that the business analysis is good for me. How exactly do I take action? And I'll tell you for free that the next cohort of people that was looking to take the program is starting on the 6th of September. Okay, on the 6th of September, we have a next course starting where you'll be able to leverage everything you've learned today and see yourself transitioning, starting the new phase of the journey of you transitioning into tech. And what exactly is this going to cost you to be able to see yourself transition? I'm going to tell you for free that the cost to transition is not more than 1,000 US dollars. That's the cost. 1,000 US dollars. But it gets better. It gets better. And the betterment that we're looking at for now, for people looking to register between now, the early bird discount, we actually call that early bird discount. Instead of you paying 1,000 US dollars, you'll be getting a whopping 25% discount. So instead of you paying $1,000, which is I think around 820 or 830 pounds, you get to pay 750 US dollars, a 25% discount for early bird. And the early bird discount we're talking about is for the first 20 people to register. The first 20 people to register for the program takes advantage of the early bird discount. And in pounds, that is equivalent to 615 pounds. Okay, for the early bird discount, and is open between now and 22nd of August. Now, it is not time bound. If we're able to get first 20 people to register, the early bird discount moves from 25% to 20%. If we're able to get a next 20 people to register for any of the program, that 15%, that 20% shift to 15%. You get to pay 850 US dollars instead of 750, right? So you want to try as much as possible, secure your spot. And I believe my colleague will be sharing this link in the chat already. Secure your spot and take advantage of the discount. Now, it gets even way better. So you see these 750 US dollars, you have the opportunity to pay in installment. I'll say that again. This 750 US dollars, you have the opportunity to pay in installment. And to join the next class, you have to just pay the first installment. Now, if you're looking to pay one time or you're looking to pay twice, you even get yourself additional discount of 50 US dollars. So, and in pounds, if you're looking to pay once or you're looking to pay twice, Instead of you paying £615, you save yourself additional £40 and you pay £575. Well, if that will not be comfortable for you, or you want to take advantage, you want to be part of the early bird, you want to be part of the first 20 people to register, and you're looking to start by 6th of September, then you have opportunity to pay as low as 150 US dollars, meaning you have ability to spread this 750, you have ability to spread it and pay up to 5 times. Okay, that will have you pay 150 US dollars every month for 5 months. And in pounds, that is 123 pounds every month for 5 months. So you want to take advantage of this. I mean, you can be part of the early bird by taking advantage of the discount, and you don't even have to pay the 750 all at once. All you have to do is pay 150 US dollars, and you have opportunity to join the next class starting by 6th of September. Okay, I can see that Yusuf have his hand up. So if you have question, you can always use the raise hand icon. I'll be able to call you to ask whatever question that you have. Or if you want to drop it in the chat box, you can drop it. Or whichever one is fine. But if you have your hand up, you have opportunity to speak and ask your questions. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through how to secure your spots and make payments. So it's pretty straightforward. So what you want to do is those links that is being shared in the chat box that my colleague are sharing in the chat box, you want to click on it. And if you click on it, it's going to bring you directly to our analytics page where you will see the program you want to go for. So whichever one you want to go for, is it the business analysis? Is it the data analyst? Is it the financial? Whichever one you're looking to get into, all you have to do is click on, let's use the let me do any, mini, miny, more. Data analyst has more people. So let's do data analyst. So you click on the data analytics program, click on buy more, and it will show you the opportunity of that you'll be able to get into. You have details about the program, where you have the description of the program, the thing, the curriculum you get to learn, everything you get to learn within the program. Then once you scroll down, you also see your instructors, the professionals. As you can see, you have a senior data associate, senior data associate, senior data associates. These are professionals that will be impacting their knowledge onto you. And all you have to do is come over here and click on enroll now. Okay, so once you click on enroll now, you will see the opportunity to either secure your spot to start immediately by 6th of September. But if you feel 6th of September is too early for you, but you're looking to start a little bit later, which is October, we have another class starting by 4th of October. Okay, so this particular discount covers for those looking to start by September or those looking to start by October. So to secure your spot, let's say, for example, myself, I want to take advantage of the discount, but my September is occupied. I don't want to start by September. I want to start by October. All you have to do is come over here, select October. October is ideal for me to be able to start. I want to prepare more, get myself a laptop, or plan my weekend schedule because my rota is out already. I'm unable to plan. But next month, I'll be able to plan my rota. I'll be able to know exactly when to get into the program on my Saturdays. So you select October, then you come over here, you select the payment plan that works for you. Remember, if you're paying one time or you're paying twice, you'll be saving yourself additional 50 US dollars. But if that will not be comfortable for you, you have ability to pay 3 times, 4 times, or even 5 times. And all you have to do then is just click on pay now. Then you pay directly, you get your course allocated to you, and your program starts either by September or by October. These are the values that you get 100% by taking advantage of the discount. Okay, so I'll be taking questions. So if you have any question, if you have anything, you can drop it in the chat, or you can use the raise hand icon where I'll be able to get you to ask questions and be able to see how to get into it. And trust me, we have lots of success stories. People that have been able to go through the program, get themselves jobs by just going through the training. Either they have a healthcare background or they do not have a healthcare background. You have them transitioning into this space, right? And also, by the time you're done with your training, I know some people might have, you will be getting a certificate. And your certificate is actually accredited by the American Council of Training and Development. So these are the things you get after your training. So now I'll be going through the charts. Then I'll also I have Oyedele Yusuf and some other people. I have their hand up. So I'll get to answer you once we're done. So, but let me say, hi everyone. But I say a tech group watching from Benin City, a Dover opportunity. Okay, fantastic. But let me good to have you here. Okay. All right, Yusuf Oyedele, I guess I just answered your question. Is there any certification from you guys? Yes, I think I just answered that question. All right, so Ken said, is it only data guys that are getting a job? What about the cyber? So the interesting fact is there's a lot of roles. There's a lot of roles in cybersecurity that are also in the healthcare. For example, patients information security analyst. That's one that you can easily apply to. Um, access control for patients information. That is something that a SOC analyst can easily get into. All you have to do is go through the cybersecurity program where you will learn the hands-on skills on how to be able to manage access control and information flow as a cybersecurity analyst. That's something you can easily do 100%, even without having experience in the healthcare. Going through the program, working on projects will give you the leverage to be able to get a cybersecurity job in the healthcare space. Okay, so I think that was for Ken. All right, audience said only data analysis, not the word on Agile Project Manager. I believe I've been able to answer that question. I talked about the Agile Project Manager and the jobs you can apply to. I think I showed that also. If you didn't see it, make sure you complete the form so you'll be able to get the slide and view the jobs that I mentioned. Mark said, can this project be translated into scientific research papers? So the answer to that is yes. All you need is skill to be able to know exactly how to gather your either image information or whatever and be able to transfer that into a machine information in form of rows and columns, in form of data, analyze it, get your information and transform it back into research papers. Do I have a background in okay, I think King, your question is, do you need to have a background in healthcare before you transition? The answer to that is no, you don't need a background in tech before you're able to transition into any of these roles. Jesus said data engineering is seeming very hard. So hard is relative because there are some people that, like for example, the lady that's been a nurse for 15 years, she transitioned through data engineering. Just what you've seen over years is not a lot of people. You agree with me that when we took the quiz, I'm not certain I saw any data engineer, and that's because I believe everybody said I don't want coding. Coding is what you do as a data engineer. You literally use Python and SQL for almost everything you get to do in that space. So that's why you see a lot of people run away. And the nuggets there is the fact that a lot of people are running away from it. Look and imagine the amount of data analysts that we had on the call. Despite the fact that there's a lot of data need for data analysts, there's also a lot of need for data engineers. But because of the fact that a lot of people don't go into that sector, makes it like you go there and you get it almost immediately. That's some of the things that you get to see, get to know when you start the program. Okay. All right. So I think somebody said how much is the fee? I believe you already have um, the answer to that. Can support worker with no idea of computer work also? I think the answer to that is Adeshawa. The answer to that is yes. So you even have experience as a support worker. Ikmat is a full-time stay-at-home mom. She does not have any experience at all. She does not have anything. And she went through the training. She was able to get herself a job 3 months into the training. We both saw that video, right? So This is applicable for anybody, whether you have experience or you don't have experience, you have the opportunity 100%. There is no limiting factor, 100%. Right. iPhone said which of these three roles have their probability of landing a super. So the short answer to that is if you look at the reports that we have, looking at the roles that companies are really looking to hire for, backed by the World Economic Forum, the career paths that are going to increase in demand. All these jobs that I talked, all these roles that I talked about today, the business analysis, as a matter of fact, all the 8 programs that we offer at analytics, they are all under the umbrella of increasing in demand between 2025 to 2030. So there's almost none of them that you get into, you have a equal high demand for it. The question is, are you fit? Are you fit to get into a particular role? Is business analyst going to be suitable for you? Is data analyst the perfect fit? Is it cybersecurity or data engineering? Which one is going to give you that easy ability to transition? These are the things you need to consider, and these are the things you leverage on to be able to have you transition into these roles, right? I believe I've been able to answer your question, iPhone. I didn't get your name, but I believe I've been able to answer your question. So you said, Mayawa A said, please, which of these is best for a person that has a lot of experience in procurement and supply chain? The answer to that is data analyst. For anybody that have experience in logistics, supply chain, procurement, operations. Operations can be either data analyst or business analyst, but supply chain and procurement, data analyst 100%. Okay. Can I please jump? So, so can I straight jump to data science without analyst? Yes, you can. Yeah, I think your question is, can you become a data scientist without going through the data analytics program? The answer to that is yes, 100% you can. You don't need to go through the data analytics program before you become a data scientist. No, they are two different career paths, and one is not dependent on the other. You have 100% access to get into any one of them, right? Somebody asked about the cost. I believe I've talked about that. Regis 3 is the most demanding iPhone. I believe I've answered that question again. Okay, so okay, iPhone again. I think Oyedamola has answered your question. A chance, yes, 100%. So if somebody that is a full-time stay-at-home mom can get sponsorship, it's not really about your wherever you're coming from. It's about what you're capable of doing right now. And what you're capable of doing right now is solve their problems and help the organization see the value that you're bringing into the organization. These are the things that will actually command the opportunity of you getting sponsorship. I'll say boldly that NHS seems to be like the highest employer of our graduates, and that's because they bring value to the organization. And majority of them, I'll say 99% of them, get a role that will also come with sponsorship. So if a full-time stay-at-home mom can go through the program and get a job that comes with sponsorship, trust me, it is achievable for anybody. And I mean that anybody, right? All right. So yes, somebody said, is there payment plan? I believe I've talked about this. You have opportunity to pay in installments and pay it as low as as much as 5 installments, which is 150 US dollars, or as low as 123 pounds, which you get to pay 5 times. And all you need to do to join either the program starting by September, 6th of September, or securing your spot for class starting by 4th of October is paying your initial installment, either 150 US dollars or 123 pounds. All right. Right. So I think if I'm in UK, can I get a Canadian work experience? So your internship, I think this is from Caroline Arup. Your internship is going to be able to provide you the opportunity because the company you're doing your internship with, even Analytics is registered in both countries, in Canada and in UK. Your company you'll be doing your internship with also is registered in Alberta, Edmonton, Canada. Then you also have they also operate out from UK, London in UK. So you have both UK experience and Canadian experience. right? I believe. Okay, so I think do I have more questions before I have people that need to unmute the mic and speak? So I think I will ask you to let me start with Samson. Samson, I've asked you to unmute your mic so you can unmute your mic now and speak.
So thank you very much. I've even
Hi,
typed,
Samson.
hello, can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can, loud and clear.
Yeah, I even typed what I wanted to say in the comments, but let me just say it out. I personally I'm not new to tech, but I've done a program like this before, and I learned JavaScript within 5 to 6 months, and I'm quite good with it. In a mild way, it's just quite depressing that nothing came out of it, and I've been really skeptical about taking on another program like this. But from what you've explained to us, I really want to know which of these courses would give me a higher chance of landing a job. I'm not really bothered about knowing them. I'm very sure I would cope with whatever it is. I'm very sure about that. I've learned very difficult things quickly. So I'm looking at the data engineering, but I'm not
Okay.
convinced that I've got high chance of getting a job if I let that. It looks like the
Okay.
most difficult one out of it, but the difficulty is not my problem.
Okay.
What come out of it at the end of the day?
Okay. All right, fantastic. Thanks for that question, Samson. So for you that have a little bit of experience in a little bit of programming, which is JavaScript, and data engineering is not something that scares you. I'm sure, I'm certain it scares everybody. If you joined, I think you joined. Did you take the quiz, Samson?
Yeah, I took the quiz. The quiz gave me data science.
All right, fantastic. So for something like that, you have ability to get into data engineering 100%. Now, what this is going to give to you is, if you look at the way your learning is structured, it gives you I think the first thing you're learning in your data engineering is introduction to data engineering. You learn this, then you start to work on projects. And currently, don't let me say it. So let me show you. Currently, the data engineer, so if you see the amount earned by data engineers. So for the business analyst, where are you joining from? UK, Nigeria, Canada, where are you joining from?
UK.
The average salary for a business analyst is 52,500. The average salary for the Agile project manager is 53,000. The average salary for a data scientist is 55,000. The average salary for a data analyst is 45,000. The average salary for a data engineer is 65,000. That will only mean one thing. Now, it's not because companies just want to dish out salaries to these people. It's number one, there's not enough people in this industry, and there's a high shortage of it. That is number one. Number two, you don't, when you took the quiz, you saw the chart, you saw a lot of people saying data analyst, and that is because, aside from the fact that there's a high demand for data analysts, there's also a lot of people looking to transition to this role because of the level of difficulty. Now, totally away from difficulty or no difficulty. These reports that you can see on my screen, according to the World Economic Forum, the number one highest in-demand job that is going to really grow between 2025 to 2030. Can you see it?
Yeah, data engineering.
Engineering. So I won't just come and be telling you, oh, I hear this or I heard that. Whatever I say, because probably maybe because I'm a data professional, it's always backed by data, and data doesn't lie. So if you have the skill, if data engineer is something you want to get into, I can give you the guarantee of go ahead. Program is going to be of impact. And if you practice everything I've talked about today, probably be one of these people that we invite back to say, oh, are you able to tell us how you joined the session? You were puzzled about joining data engineering, but now you've been able to land the role as this or as that. Are you able to walk us through what you did? I can guarantee you that this is something that I foresee and more or less speak into you achieving. Okay. So trust me, if you have the capacity to take on data engineering, 100% is something you get value for. Right? I don't know if that answers your question.
Yeah. I thought you said I should trust you, so I'm trusting you in person now, Mr. Moedin. We'll talk about it later.
No problem. You always see me around. I'm always available. So trust me, you always see me in your classes. And if you have any challenge or if you're having any difficulty, if your learning is getting harder, just reach out to me. All right. 100% I'm with you. Okay.
All right, no problem. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. You're welcome. All right. So I think Olatunji Rahim, I've asked you to unmute.
Hello, good evening.
Hi. Good evening, Rahim.
Yeah. Thank you very much. So
Welcome.
I'm trying to follow everything you said, and then my question is just about the CV. You know, you mentioned about the CV revamp, and then someone that doesn't have like tech experience and want to go into tech. The person need to have a CV from scratch. I don't know. Maybe you guys help to build the CV from scratch, or just to revamp the CV.
All right. So quickly, in like 1 minute, can you walk me through your work experience?
Yeah, I currently work as a support worker in the UK,
Before
but
that,
but I have my degree in computer and information system.
do you have work experience in this field?
Nope.
So what before you moved to UK, you're Nigerian. So what did you do?
I've always been a business owner then.
So that's your work experience.
Yes.
So you see that work experience that you have working around your own personal business, what
Mm,
that professional will look at is everything you've done in these years. Bring out skills of relevance because there's nothing you're doing that you get to work with data or information or you get to solve problems. Bring out skills of relevance and tailor it to what you are now. So if you're looking to become a data analyst, what are the things you did then while working on your own business? What are the things you did then that is relating to what you do now as a data analyst? If it's a business analyst program you're looking to get into, what are the things? What are the process? What are the bottlenecks? What are the customers' feedback you've been able to work with to help your business be better? This experience, these are the ones they bring back into your current CV because you actually had this experience. They are your own. They're the current one you have now, which is the business analyst, able to bring it together and have you apply to job with this experience, all right? So it's not like we build CV or we create something that you don't have. No, it is always about everything you have experience with, all right?
okay, all right, thank you. Though
Like, welcome.
I'm planning to go for cybersecurity, and then hopefully I should be able to enroll this week.
Fantastic. So we're
Yeah.
looking forward to have you, okay?
Yeah, all right, thank you.
All right. You're welcome.
Do you think cybersecurity will be best for me, please?
Okay, so what you can do is secure your spot, and after securing your spot, take advantage of the discount. Request that you want to speak with a professional. You always even have the opportunity to book for a clarity session. So in this clarity session, you will have either myself or any of my other professional colleague look at everything, like we'll open everything all up and we're able to decide if cybersecurity is a good option for you or not. It doesn't matter if you made payments with cybersecurity. If after that particular session, we see that cybersecurity is not the best option for you, we'll have you move from the background to whichever program that is the best suitable program for you. Okay.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you. All right, thank you.
Right. So I think I have Deborah. Deborah, you want to go ahead? I've asked you to unmute your mic.
Hi, good evening. Thank you very
Evening,
much
Deborah.
for the session. Um,
Okay.
all right, my question, I think I have two questions. The first one is, for me now, I actually want to go into data analyst, and let's say, I've gained my experience in data analysis, and I want to like venture into another, maybe data engineering or data scientist. Do I still need to like, is it easier? I feel like it's going to be easier to transition to those to those spaces, right? What is the process like, especially like dealing with 10 analytics? Then secondly, the second question I want to ask is let's say the kind of job I want is a part-time job, a job that doesn't really requires like COS, just like a side also as a data analyst. Is that possible? Because what you've said so far, it looks like most of the jobs are like full-time jobs that require COS and whatever. So yeah.
All right. Fantastic. Thanks for that question. So that's also something that I talked about in this particular employability slide, because when I talked about this, answering your last question, if you get into any of these roles, if it's something you can just get a part-time or a contract job, so you also have ability to get these jobs and even know exactly how to search for them. Now, Deborah, where are you joining from? Deborah, where are you joining us from? Are you joining, what part of the world are you joining us from? Think. All right.
Okay. United Kingdom.
Fantastic. So during the course of the training, you will learn how to apply. There's something we call IR35, inside or outside IR35.
Okay.
These are contract rules. You will learn exactly how to apply to them, where to apply to them. These are rules that if you search for them, the salary is above the roof. So you know exactly how to leverage your skills, how to showcase your skills, to know that anybody looking to hire you to pay you that much, you want to have the confidence that you know exactly what you're doing. So you learn all that. So it's not really focused on just people that are looking to get COS or not. Even if you're looking to get contract roles, you learn how to set up your profile on Upwork, know how to search for IR35. Is that either inside IR35 or outside IR35? You know how to search for these roles and know how to apply to them 100%. So you have the opportunity 100%. Then also, the fact that you already have some skill in data analysis and you're looking to switch to either data science or data engineering. So what our advice is, register for the program, then book for a clarity session. That way, we'll be able to actually look at things you've been able to do for years, things you are comfortable doing, some experience that you have over the years, and be able to advise if data engineering is going to be a very good path for you moving forward, or if data science is going to be a perfect switch for you, or if you still need to go through the data analytics program, right? So you have the
Okay.
opportunity 100%. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. I just wanted to ask. You said the IR5. Sorry, I didn't get that. Sorry.
IR35.
What's that? Sorry.
So I want you to go on any job board,
Mm,
probably let's say read.co.uk, just type
mm,
IR35, just type data analyst IR35. These are contract roles. This is what they call contract. These are some of the things you get to learn within the training. I'm just telling you
okay.
now. This, like I said, when I said today is we are dropping free nuggets. These are the things you search when you're looking for contract roles. You just don't say data analyst contract. You get limited options, right?
Okay.
So knowing exactly how to search for these jobs, these are the things you learn. And once you know how to search for them, there's no limiting factor because you know how to search for them, you'll be able to get them. Things that other people don't have information about, you will get them in the training. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll be
Yeah.
looking
Thank you
forward to
very much.
seeing you. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Yeah. No problem. Thank you.
You're welcome. So I have in case Martins. I've asked you to unmute your mic.
All right, thank you for the session and hello to everyone. Yeah, I just wanted to get a couple of things straight. First, what is the mode, the study mode actually? Because I've enrolled in a couple of programs and I don't know, is it a live session? Is it videos? I don't know how the study mode is going to be. Maybe you talked about it and I came into the call late, so maybe I would love you to do some clarity on that. Then, secondly, I don't know in terms of the various packages you have. Is it like what you're paying the 700? I think it was 750, right? Is it for a particular course, or I don't know? Is it like one could choose to take two courses? So maybe you throw more light on that. And then I might also wish that you kind of give me your opinion. I'm into research. I'm doing a PhD course. I'm into research, but I look forward in a job role within the development agency. So I don't know which particular package will you recommend for somebody like myself. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So to answer your first question, we have a blended approach type of learning, meaning you have both the live class, live like this, the way you're able to ask questions. So imagine me working on a project using a specific tool. Let's say I'm using Power BI. Then I did something on Power BI that I don't understand. The same way you're able to raise your hand and ask me to explain, that's the same way you have access you have during your live class. Then you also have a self-paced, where after your class, it does not end there. You get access to some videos that you get to watch and you get to practice at your own time. This is the type of learning structure that we have. Okay. Then you also learn the payment mode, the payments that I mentioned, that I talked about. So you see the $750, that's the price for any of the program you can see here, any of them, not more than one, just one of them. So let's say you're going for the data analytics program or you're going for the business analysis program, you select one, then you learn. Now that price comes with everything that I've mentioned, your CV revamp, your LinkedIn optimization, learning how to build a portfolio, interview preparations, CV, reference letter, mentorship, and so many more. There are even some services that you get after your training. For example, interview preparations. Even after a year, 2, 3 years after your training, if you secure a senior level role and you need a professional to prepare you for whatever you're looking to get into, you have ability to reach out to us and we have a professional prepare you for that role you're looking to get into. Then your mentorship session is what you have access to even after your training. You get access to that for 100%. But then for you that you're currently doing your PhD and you're currently in the research, you're looking to get something in the the development sector. Are you able to elaborate more on that? I don't understand that question. I've actually your mute. Martins?
Yeah, okay. Now, what I'm saying is, in terms of career plan, I am looking at something within the development agencies, in terms of what do I say, practical development programs, like kind of evaluating the projects. So I don't know which particular package will you maybe recommend in my situation.
Okay. When you say evaluating projects, what does that mean?
Project evaluation, like in the field, like, engage in project evaluation, evaluating the efficiency of the projects within the
Okay.
development space.
Okay. That's the Agile Project Manager Scrum Master.
Okay.
That's the Agile Project Manager. It's to equip you with a skill of managing a project, analyzing a project, managing a team, making sure that whatever project, any organization that you're managing for, they are able to deliver what is being required for. You'll be able to do that 100%. And that's to do the Agile Project Manager Scrum Master. Okay.
All right. But do you have a specific course on project management?
Yes, that's the Agile Project Manager Scrum Master. Yes.
Okay. That's fine. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Right. So I think I have Samson. And the last question that I have is going to be from iPhone.
Yeah, thank you. I just wanted to ask, like, in your schedule, you have like Saturdays and then Sundays for learner space class. Is it flexible? Can someone like ask the facilitator if it's possible to be flexible with the time and all of that? Because someone like me, I still work on weekends sometimes, which is not, it's not really constant like that.
Yeah. Okay. So in that regards, it's your live classes, which is probably those ones are fixed. But your self-paced is totally dependent on your availability, because you get access to these videos and you get to do watch them at your own time, but you get to watch them and you practice. Now, what you will get with your live classes. So let's say this particular Saturday that you're having a live class, you don't have ability to join that class. This particular class, all your classes or any live session that you're having, they are always recorded and they are always added to your Google Classroom. So let's say you have an important emergency you need to attend to today, being Saturday, you couldn't attend the class. You can easily get access to that recorded video, which is going to be added to your classroom and to your Google Classroom. You can watch it at your own time. So let's say, for example, everything I've talked about today, I failed to mention something, and you have a question, you have a direct access to me, which is the instructor, the person teaching you, that you can ask me 100% question that you need to ask or anybody didn't get to ask during your live class. So let's say they did a particular thing or they did a particular step that you don't understand. You watch that video repeatedly, you couldn't get it. You have immediate access to call your instructor and he or she will be able to explain whatever that must have done. So you get access 100%. Don't know if that makes it better for you to understand. Samson. Okay, I think your hand is down. I believe I was able to answer your question. Then quickly to take some question in the chat box. I see Adeyemi Kilani said, what program is suitable for accountants? That has been answered. Okay. All right. So I think my colleagues are answering the question in the chat box. So I'll take Daniel's iPhone. Are you able to unmute your mic?
Hello. First of all, I have to say thank you very much, sir, for this opportunity. In terms of having me and all the clarification that you've given so far. So I just like to tell first. So I'm an international student in the UK. I'm a Sri Lankan. So it has been a roller a roller coaster of a ride for me because like I was in the travel and tourism industry. I had to tell I was a travel consultant for an airline because my family was in the travel industry, so they told me also to I was 15 years, at that age, you're young and dumb, and I that industry. And then eventually at some point later on, I'm now 26, like I realized then, I wanted to transition to a role in tech. So currently, so I have a bachelor's in travel and tourism. I did my master's in business administration, and I'm doing my second master's in digital marketing currently. So but then that's absolutely, I just realized it's like absolutely bullocks, because I haven't gained anything practical apart from the stuff that the fees that I have blasted on it. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, I just realized it at the at a later stage, because you just have all this theoretical knowledge, but you don't have any practical means to incorporate whatever you have studied. And that's where it comes in. So when I look up the adverts, I learned in digital marketing sauce stack, push, all those methods, but I don't see a sauce stack method in in the job descriptions and stuff. I see all these tools and technical stuff. So yeah, unfortunately, I wished I found about you all earlier, because if I rather than doing a course, I might as well have done so many courses of yours. Anyway, what I need now I just want to know, like, I have looked up your, I went through your entire list of the courses, the eight, or I think eight courses that you all have. I thought I might
Yeah.
have more clarity in in getting the course that I want, but then it left me more confused than before, because like all the courses are somewhat related, like, and I find myself having a liking towards all of the courses, like data analyst, data scientist, engineer, everything. I have a liking to all, but then since my time is limited, unfortunately, that's what I said. I wished I had that. If I had known better, I would have prepared for this before before all this. I'm just realizing things now. So I just want to know which one is out of these. I'm very interested in in AI engineer. I think I understand that this is something that you are yet to launch, but then before you launch that, I just want to see, which course would be ideal for me, that would go, in future, that would go hand in hand with that, the course that is going to launch, the AI engineer part of it. And another thing
Okay.
I want to know is, like, when it comes to I'm just telling, like, when it comes to sponsorship, I think a lot of the I was just laughing because I think a lot of the participants here are mostly from UK. And I understand that is not a surprise. uh but the thing is, I'm just asking, like, I'm sure the others will agree with me, because uh here it's like, it's because your courses are so, it's tricky. Actually, it's quite tricky, because especially when you're coming from a non-technical background, and to us everything is appealing, when just the roles and stuff, everything is quite somewhat similar. But I do see there are a lot of differences, because some places they have SQL, Python, and then some other places they have, the softwares and stuff are different. I can see Spark or some. I think I can remember those. So I want to know which one is the ideal one for me, especially given my uh like with my degrees, like business and digital marketing, something that will go hand in hand. And another thing is, I think I'm too late. I'm just fed up, to be honest with you. I'm just fed up of this doing. I really can't do another degree in computer science, for Pete's sake. So I want to know, like, when I look up the the job, when I look up job adverts, I see that they are asking for a minimum of 4 years of computer of experience in, for example, if you look at AI engineer role, you say you need to have 4 years of experience in a similar capacity, and you need to have an MSc or PhD in computer science, robotics, or something like. So how is it, like, how do I get around that? Yeah, I'm just asking. Yeah. So
All right. Fantastic. Thank you so much for this, Daniel. So when you're the quick question to that, because of other people, so I get to answer them is, so considering where you're coming from,
yeah.
if you're looking to leverage that experience, the best option for you is the business analysis program, 100%.
Right.
Now, if you're looking at leveraging, leaving that totally and leveraging on anything that has to do with AI, then that's going to do with the data science program. Okay, with the data science, you have to learn how to train machine model. Then you also learn natural language processing, which is you learning
Right.
how to train
Yeah.
something like ChatGPT, right? So you learn how to build and train something like ChatGPT. Then you also learn computer vision, which you can equip with another AI to identify things and give information hands off, right? So if you're looking at anything that has to do with AI, then definitely you want to be looking at the data science program. But if you're looking at your experience, you want to look at the business analysis program, right? So these are the things that you're able to take advantage of, and either of them that you get into, you have
Because
opportunity
I've
to.
I've always had a fascination in becoming an AI engineer. That has always been,
Fantastic.
like,
So the
yeah.
data science program will create that opportunity for you to become a AI specialist, AI machine learning engineer, and even give you the path to become a deep learning specialist. All right. So these are the things that the data science program will give to you. Right.
Right. So
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm asking so many questions.
Okay.
Just one last one. Like, I just need to. I'm just curious. Like, for example, I'm looking up, some of the jobs that, because I'm really, I have a liking in terms of the AI aspect of it, because everything is AI. Uh, Now when it comes to, I'm just telling the long run, because like currently I'm currently on student visa. I'm just being direct. And obviously once it's done, you get a 2 years of post study work visa. So it's not that much of a, that it's not that much of a time, that we have, as much as I would love to do all the courses. But the thing is, during that time, like, it's like, now I'm looking at several adverts, like applied AI engineer. Let's say, when it comes to getting experience, they are saying, like, in order to get a sponsored job, they're looking at least, for a period of, they're saying, yeah, you need to have 4 years of experience in ML in areas like scheme understanding, Python, Rust, C++, Java, all those blah blah, TensorFlow, PyTorch,
Yeah.
all of that. Yeah. So I want to know, like, how do we like, because it definitely we can't. I don't. We can't have 4 years.
Okay. Yeah, I get your question. So you see, this experience that they look for,
Yeah.
these are some of the things that you get to learn within the training,
Right.
because you are not expected to have 100% skill of a particular job before you get into it.
Yeah.
And how exactly do you leverage your previous years of experience, even if you don't have a direct experience in this field? How do you leverage? How are you able to defend it? So let's say you've never done anything with MySQL before, and but now
Right.
you're very good with MySQL. Are you able to defend it if you had it to your CV or have a project on it when you get into the interview? How are you able to defend that? These are things that you get to learn within your mentorship session, within the training. So it's not just about you coming into the program and learning a technical skill. You're learning a technical skill.
Yeah.
And
Exactly. Yeah.
importantly, you are learning how to enable that technical skill to get you the job. You see what you just asked now? This is
Yeah.
part of how will I get a job with my technical skills, which is part of the things that you have under your employability. So you get to learn this and much more
Okay.
within. So these are the things
There
you
is,
have.
so there is an opportunity where it's possible where we can convince them by proving ourselves that we can work. It doesn't have to be the waiting period of 4 years. We can prove ourselves. Some
100%. You learn more about this in the program, okay?
Yeah. All right. And
All right. So I think the next person I have is Olivia. So what we can do is, Daniel, if you have any further questions, you can always book for a clarity session where you have a professional, either myself or any of my colleagues. We get to talk more. We have more opportunity there to talk, and we get to look at more information about you to be able to advise you on what to do. Okay. So Olivia, I've asked you to unmute your mic. You want to speak now?
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good
I thank
evening.
you for the presentation. It's really nice to hear all these things.
You're
For
welcome.
me, and uh, thinking about all these tech programs, I've been discussing it with my younger brother, that data analysis or project management and all that. Back home, I don't really have a degree, not a university degree. Uh, I was a pharmacist assistant. I have certificate in that. I've been managing a pharmacy for more than 10 years. I do purchasing. I do stock taking. I do data entry. I go for purchasing. I come back to enter the product into the system, product name to the system. We use it to sell and all that. So I'm in the UK now. Currently, I'm a stay-at-home mom, being a carer for my daughter. And I've been thinking what will be favorable for me to do, either the data business or the project management.
Okay. All right. So these are part of the things that, so you see, in your own case, you have
Yeah.
ability to either transition into the business analysis program or the data
Okay.
analytics program, either of
Oh,
them.
okay.
So either of these two programs will give you value 100%, right?
Okay. Okay, sir. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. So make sure you take advantage of the discounts, secure your
Yes.
spots, and if after securing your spots, you still feel the need to speak with somebody,
Yeah.
you have the ability to book for a professional session, a clarity
Yeah.
session, and you have a professional. You either have me or any of my colleague in a session whereby we look at everything in details about what you've done, and we're able
Mm.
to advise also. I would prefer you go into this. This is going to be better for you because of these reasons, and this reason. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay. And secondly, those someone in Africa, maybe Ghana, does this installment applies to them?
Everybody. So it applies to everybody. So take advantage of it,
All
and
right.
I'll be looking to see you in class. So
All
I
right.
have one more
Mm.
question. I have one more person. I'm going to take their question. Any other person? So I have Samuel Samson. I'll prefer you book for a clarity session where you have either myself or my colleague get to answer you properly, so we don't waste too much of time on this particular call. Okay. So Mark Anthony, I've asked you to unmute your mic. Every other person, if you have questions, remember, you can always book for a clarity session where you have either myself or my colleague where we get to answer you, okay? Mark Anthony, want to go ahead?
Yes. Hi, everyone, and hello, Prince. My name is
Hi.
Makante.
You
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, my name is Mark Anthony from Canada. Yeah,
Okay, good to have you.
I've had some training in cybersecurity, but I can see from the programs you listed, it's like cybersecurity is deleted, right? So I'm trying to find out what's different between the data engineering and data science. I'm
Okay.
struggling to know the difference between the two.
Okay, so a data engineer is responsible for making data available within the organization. So any form of data you're looking to get. So for example, you're looking to get, let's say for example, in a bank, in a banking sector or in a financial institution, you have different types of transaction. Transaction that happen via mobile transfer, the one that happen through bank deposits, the one that happen through ATM transactions, all these form of transactions that happen. It is the responsibility of a data engineer to build a pipeline, more like a passage where information will pass through and have the information stored somewhere. That somewhere is being stored is called a database. Okay, so that database is where the data engineer will store the information, make it readily available for use. So let's say after about 2 months, the bank is now having issues with fraudulent transactions. They will now call a data scientist that, oh, come, we have Mark Anthony, you the data scientist. We have an increase in fraudulent transactions. So we want to be able to identify what is going on and be able to prevent it from happening. So you, the data scientist, you go into the database where that data engineer stored all the transactions that happen. You go there, extract the information, then analyze it. So after analyzing, be able to understand what is going on, load that information into a machine model, and be able to predict how to prevent such activities from happening. For example, Mark Anthony, where are you joining us from? Okay, you're muted. Let me ask you to unmute. Where are you joining us from, Mark Anthony?
From Canada.
Okay, fantastic. So let's say, for example, now the data scientists now been able to identify, oh, there's a lot of fraudulent transactions that happen via ATM transactions. The data scientists be able to identify what time does these things happen and what are the indicators of such things happening. Is it like a time thing, or is it like a region thing, or is it like a specific account type thing? What are the things that trigger fraudulent activities from happening? A data scientist will be able to identify this and make recommendations on how to prevent it from happening in the future. So you've been able to see that even though they both work with data, or their activities with data as a data engineer or as a data scientist is totally different. Okay, I don't know if that's, you understand that.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, all right. So if you have any further questions, sorry, you want to say something?
Yes. So for now, there is no cybersecurity program, right?
Oh no, yeah, the cybersecurity 100%.
Like,
We
but
have cybersecurity.
I see on the program is deleted.
Oh no, it's not deleted. It's great because we're only talking about these top 5. We are not talking about the remaining 3.
Okay, okay.
This particular session, we are only talking about the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The remaining, we're not talking about. We're not talking about everything. Once, if
Okay.
you join any of our tech series or any of our masterclass, any of our webinar that will happen on a Saturday, we will always talk about everything. But during the week like this, we only talk about few of them. Okay.
So from your experience, data science and data engineering, which one is more lucrative?
Both of them are. Depends on who is looking to take it.
Okay.
Both of them. It depends on who is looking to take it. Is it something that's going to be comfortable for you? Do you have the understanding? Do you have the time to practice? Do you have this? Do you have that? These are the things you get to look at in your clarity session, where we get to know if data engineering is better for you or if data science is better for you. Okay.
Okay,
The
thank you.
most important thing is try as much as possible to secure spots. And even if you select data engineering in while making your payment, if after the credit session we see that cybersecurity is the best option for you, you will easily be able to move to that cybersecurity program and start your training. Okay.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, you're welcome. Right, so thank you. I see that we have a lot of questions, and trust me, I know we do. So what you want to do is make sure you complete the form and also make sure that you book for a clarity session where you have either myself or my colleague. We get to speak more, okay? We get to speak more and guide you on which of these programs you should get into. Book a clarity session, and I'll be happy to have each and every one of you in these sessions, okay? So to not waste further more time, thank you to each and every one of you for being here tonight. I do appreciate you spent about 2 hours, 11 minutes already. And trust me, we can keep going ahead, but make sure you secure your spots. Take advantage of the discount. Remember, it's only available to the first 20 people. There's a 25% discount that is available to the first 20 people to register. After that 20 people is filled up, the next discount goes to 20, then the last one is 15%, right? So take advantage of it while you still have it now. Secure your spot. If you're having confusions about which of the program you want to get into, make payments, indicate that you want to speak with a professional, and you'll be able to look at everything you have and guide you on which of the program is the best option for you to get into. All right. So at the absence of any other follow questions, thank you all for each and every one of you for being here. And I'll be looking forward to see each and every one of you in the class that starts in either September 6th or 9th or 4th of October. Thank you for every one of you here. I believe we all have fun. We all had insights. We all had information available that we never had access to. So if you really got value from the chat, I want you to drop a 1 in the chat box. I want you to drop a 1 in the chat box if you really got value from this session. Okay, I'm checking the chat so I will know if everybody got value. Ah, fantastic. Olivia got Miracle, Olatunji, fantastic. So I'll be looking forward to see each and every one of you and the class, either in the class or in the clarity session. Make sure you take advantage of the discount. I can see a lot of people got value, and if you did, this is the same process that Ikmat, the person that had no experience, a full-time stay-at-home mom, she went through this and she was able to get a job 3 months into the training. She couldn't do that because she was still a student and was able to get a full-time job. Thompson said we already registered. Ah, fantastic. So Ikmat was able to get a full-time job 3 months after the first one came in. So take advantage of this, and I'll be looking forward to see each and every one of you in the class. So at the absence of that, thank you all for being here. I've actually asked everybody to unmute, so you can just say your bye-byes. So it won't be like I'm the only one speaking since morning. So you can unmute your mic and let's do our bye-bye, goodbyes, okay?
Okay.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you so much for valuable advice, sir.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Right.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.